I don't know. This world is changing too fast for me. There's pirates in the world again. Pirates? I thought pirates went extinct like 400 years ago. They're all over the place. I was watching the news and they said a spokesperson for the pirates was going to speak. At a podium with microphones. Was the guy going to come out in a suit and tie? How you doing, folks? I don't have time for questions and answers. I do have a prepared statement. This comes directly from the pirates. Arr. They can't speak for themselves? You got to watch out for those pirates. They're up to no good. Remember, not too long ago, they captured one of our ships and held one of our ship captains hostage. They held him on a lifeboat. It was just our ship captain and 3 pirates. And then, all of a sudden, there were no pirates. And I underscore all of a sudden. I can't imagine what that was like for that captain. So anyway, whoa. If that happened to me, I don't think I would be able to talk about anything else ever for the rest of my life. How could anything else ever bubble into your consciousness after that experience? Even 20 years from now, you want to play some ping pong? No, but that reminds me. Once, I was bobbing in a lifeboat when all of a sudden, everyone's head exploded. Except for mine. What else are you gonna chit-chat about? But they got him back, you know. That was good news. I love good news when it happens. They just celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Captain Sullenberger landing the plane safely in the Hudson River, saving everybody. That was cool, man. He's a hero. Yeah, beautiful story. He's a hero, but he's not allowed to think that he's a hero. That's one of the rules about heroes. They have to ask you if you think you're a hero, and you have to say no. And everything's okay. You think you're a hero? No. You have to look up and to the left for some reason. No. I don't think I'm a hero. Good. Then that makes him a hero! You get disqualified if you think you are for some reason. I think it would be okay if he admitted it. It's kind of obvious. Captain Sullenberger, do you think you're a hero? Yes. Did you see the footage of that plane coming in? Do you have any idea how hard that was? Keeping the wings level and the nose up, survivable speed. Hero. Heroic hero. I'm gonna get a cape. Sullyman! I remember watching the news that night when he landed the plane in the water, and they showed the footage of the plane in the water with all the people standing on the wings. They go back into the newsroom, and one of the news anchors said, "Can you imagine a better ending to this story?" Landing in Charlotte? With luggage and dry socks? Squish, 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 squish. Squish, 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 squish. Squish, 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 squish. Squish, 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 squish. When you really weigh the outcomes. I'm afraid to turn my TV set on. Turning TV on recently, there was a little boy in a weather balloon going across the sky. He was never in there, thankfully. He was okay the whole time. But the family did interviews, and they were kind of pressuring the little boy to lie about it, you know. Nobody should lie, especially a little kid. And he didn't know how to do it. Every time he tried to lie on camera, he threw up. I'm not making that up. Oh, no, I was just hiding in the rafters. And... Honey, want to clean them up a little bit? Okay. That's not good. Because if you are the type of person who wants to incorporate lying later in life, you're going to need to get a handle on that. Where were you last night, honey? Oh, just out with the boys. We were shooting pool till about 4. Well, sir, I think that is a legitimate tax deduction. Leave that little boy alone, man. He's a beautiful kid. Let him be a kid. My wife and I, we have 2 wonderful kids. And another kid. And the majority of your kids are good, man. No, we have 2 kids, I'm joking. They're both wonderful. I love being a parent. You get to say sentences when you're a parent that people without kids would never get to say. There's an actual sentence that came out of my mouth the other day. Buddy, don't try to balance your fruit juice between your chest and the table. Actual sentence I had to put together and aim at another member of our species. My son was sitting at the table with his arms up. Actually, he was trying to push a plastic cup of fruit juice along the edge of the table, pushing it with his chest. How can you not admire that kind of effort? People without kids would never get to say anything like that. Charlie, try not to balance your fruit juice between your chest and the table. You know, it does seem rather precarious. You know, when I set that on the table, it seems more solid underneath. That's what I was thinking. Thanks for pointing it out. You're welcome. Continue with your proposal. You gotta have kids. You have to have kids, too, to witness certain kinds of behavior that's a little off the tracks. My son at the dinner table put the end of a strand of spaghetti in his mouth, and the rest was just hanging in his plate. So I was watching, you know. What does he have in mind? He's concentrating on something. I thought he wanted to try to slurp the spaghetti into his mouth. He had another activity in mind. Just spaghetti sauce flipping, flapping all over. Who knows where? Who cares? I'm just watching, amazed. And you know what? I think I made a mistake as a parent because I stopped him, man. I was like, hey, man, knock that off. Can't you see the paint on the walls is more important than the joy in your heart? Hey, you. Knock that smile off your face. Act like an adult. You start to wonder things when you have kids. Like, when does all by myself go from something that makes you happy as a kid to something that makes you sad as an adult? My daughter's like, I did that all by myself. Cut to, all by myself. I know. Something happens between those 2 points. It's a dramatic shift. I like to wrestle with them. That's about as close as you can get physically with your kids, man, and emotionally in some ways. Just wrestle. I was wrestling with them on the living room rug, had my face down on the carpet. My little boy was wrestling on my back. My little girl was wrestling on my legs. And then all of a sudden she was gone. So I was like, hey, where's she? Well, she was in midair. Above my head. Sweetie, you can't jump on my head like that. Another sentence I couldn't believe I had to organize and aim at another human. Can't jump on my head like that. I didn't know that would hurt, Daddy. Well, it does. It truly does. It truly hurts. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make her feel bad. I know you didn't know, sweetie. You just can't do that again. So she went and got a pillow and laid it on my head. So I'm thinking, maybe in her mind, that's like a bandage. It'll make it. She jumped again. I jumped on the pillow so I wouldn't jump on your head, Daddy. I had to thank her. Thank you! Thank you, sweetie! Can you dial 911 for Daddy? Can you dial 911 for Daddy? Wow. Beautiful though, man. I wouldn't trade it. I love being a parent, you know. I was taking my little boy to his basketball practice. I stopped at the McDonald's drive-thru to get some coffee. And I ordered the coffee. I'm driving around to the window. My son from the back seat goes, I hope we get a toy. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't even think about that. They don't give toys for coffee. We always get a toy when we come here, Daddy. My heart's twisted. Angry at McDonald's for treating kids like little white mice with pellets. Toy, 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 toy. I pull up to the window. This is true. He's in the back seat. They didn't see him. They gave me my coffee. Can I have a toy? Do you have toys for boys? Can I have a toy for boys? So, who knows?